Public pools may be putting your kids at risk this summer because they're violating a new federal safety rule, many of them. CBS consumer correspondent Susan Koeppen is here with the story. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Maggie. We're talking about pools in places like parks, hotels, schools, and camps. The National Swimming Pool Foundation estimates that half of all public pools have failed to install new anti-entrapment devices. If you are swimming in a pool that has a drain cover that looks like this, that pool is in violation of the law.
It's called a hidden hazard, the drain in pools and spas. It's what killed Virginia Graham Baker. In 2002, the little girl drowned after getting stuck to a drain in a hot tub. The force was so strong, two grown men couldn't pull her free. Now, new safety standards have been put in place to keep swimmers, especially children, from getting trapped. But plenty of pools and spas across the country have yet to comply with the law.
You have no doubt that there are pools that have dangerous covers.
I have no doubt whatsoever. I've seen them myself.
George Pellington is with the Pool Safety Council. He calls these older drain covers death traps.
Why are these so dangerous?
Because the covers are so flat, a body can actually seal off these covers, and large forces could hold a bather down to the drain.
Inside the Pool Safety Council's test lab, Pellington showed us what can happen when a child gets stuck on a drain with no cover or an older flat cover.
So if I'm the parent and I'm trying to pull the child out,
You will not be able to remove it.
Not a chance. No way.
But new drain covers, required by law, make it much harder for a swimmer to become trapped.
When you go into a public pool now, you're going to be looking for something like this.
Yes, you're going to want to see a cover that has a dome shape to it or a pyramidal shape to it.
What should happen now?
Back in the test lab, we witnessed the difference.
Now with this type of drain cover,
It won't stick.
Nothing's happening.
Right. There's no force.
Under the Virginia Graham Baker Act, named after the young girl who drowned, all public pools and spas are now required to have anti-entrapment drain covers. But of the 300,000 public pools in this country, it's estimated that only half have made the switch.
Is there enough enforcement right now?
There isn't.
In charge of enforcing the law is the Consumer Product Safety Commission. I sat down with CPSC spokesperson Scott Wolfson.
This is a great law. It's out there to protect children, but there's really not the manpower behind it to check to make sure that everybody is complying with the law.
This is the start. This is an ongoing effort to bring all public pools in this country into code, into a safer place so that parents have more confidence when their kids dive into the pool.
So it really kind of falls on a parent.
We want every public pool to be compliant. It's the law, but it's going to be an effort beyond just CPSC.
Pools can face fines and closure if they're not up to code. But many pools are open and operating this summer with dangerous drain covers still in place.
Worst case scenario is an accident occurs and a child or an adult is injured, maybe even killed, and we just don't want that to happen.
And last week, I checked the drain covers at the kiddie pool where my kids swim. They were not in compliance. I said something, and when I went back the next day, they had been changed, Maggie.
So they have access to this. This is not a difficult thing to do if they're just aware.
Yeah, some are claiming it's very expensive to replace the drains and a lack of drain covers, but they're out there, they're available, they need to make the change.
So first thing I should do when I go to the public pool is make sure the drain is not flat.
Not
is that easy
flat.
to see from outside the water?
Sometimes you'll have to get in the water
Okay.
to see, but they should have some sort of curve to them so a child can't get stuck flat. In Florida just this week, a boy in a backyard hot tub got stuck. It was hard for them to pull him out. If you're a parent and a child gets stuck, you should take your fingers and put them underneath the child and try to pop him off, not pull him off. You can try to do that.
More like peel.
More like peel them off and try to roll them off of the drain as opposed to pulling them off.
All right, Susan Koeppen, thank you so much.